I just want to touch on, obviously, like last night, you mentioned on stage that you closed your eyes. I think it was the A-Team song.
Yeah.
And you closed your eyes and, remember you were playing to like 2-3 people and then, open them again.
I played that song to just the sound engineer before.
Really?
Like no one's, I remember I played no, it wasn't Swindon, Exeter. And I got down and I bought a train, and the train was more than the fee for the gig. So I was like, because the fee for the gig was, say it was £50, the train was like 60, and I was like, I should be able to sell some CDs down here and like make my money back. And I got there. Remember, it was just like the barman who was in the other room and then the sound guy running. And I was just outside, my name was on the poster, and I was playing Pokemon at the time on the Game Boy, just sort of like waiting. And my set time was 8. And I went in, no one was there. And I said to the sound guy, I was like, can I wait a bit? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. So I wait till 8:30. No one came. 9:30, 10. And then he was like, come on, man, like, I've got to go. So I played to just him. And then I missed the last train.
No way.
So I was just sat at the train station all night playing Pokemon, waiting for the first train to come in. Came in at like 6 and then went back to London. But I remember on that train back, I'm like, why? Like, why am I still trying this? It was like that happened a few times in succession of just, you think you're getting the first spark of something and then that just happens and it reminds you that like it's not happening. And then, I don't know, there was just a switch in, I think it was, my record company will hate me saying this, but I think they admit it too, but it was illegal downloads, like really helped my career.
Really?
Because I basically gave up on trying to be signed by a record company, and I just put out these EPs and I put them out on a site called TuneCore, and it charged you like $20 and you'd put it up and it would put it on iTunes and all of these things. But then all the university students there'd be like one person goes to university, brings it, and then they just burn it and just file share it to everyone. The Plus, I think it might still hold the record, but my debut album was like the most illegally downloaded album that
really?
year. And I remember being super excited. My record company being like, this is the worst thing in the world. And I remember being super excited, being like, oh, that means I get to like tour like big venues because like everyone has the album, which is exactly what it meant. But yeah, file sharing and illegal downloads really helped me. And so there was a momentum that was built from giving up trying to get signed and just putting out music that like snowballed and snowballed and snowballed. And then like within the course of a year went from Exeter, no one coming, to like just university students and real like geezers as well. Like I know my fan base is very, swings very female now, but it was real like lads would come to these gigs. And then I got signed and then everything happened. So, yeah, things can change. I mean, I'm sure you have had that in the phase of when you were younger before getting signed to a youth club. Like there's a lot of disappointment and missed opportunities.
The knockbacks are constant, like the constant people telling you all the time that you're not good enough, so it's like to have that inner belief.
But you probably weren't, and I probably wasn't. But the thing is, if you have someone saying you're not good, rather than you're not good enough, you're not good, you start being like, the inner belief does go down, but there has to be some part of you that goes, but I can get better. So if it's not, you're not good enough, you just keep working it. But it's, music and football, I do think this is why we really get on as well, but they're two very similar professions in the sense of if you go into any primary school anywhere in the world and you say, what do you want to be? It's usually to a lad, but and now after the Lionesses that will be like huge. But you say to pretty much anyone, what do you want to be, and it's either like a footballer or something to do in music pop star,
without doubt.